All right, to this, a suggestion via a channel member. Guys, the name of the video here is illegal immigrants arrested during an ICE raid in Los Angeles. Let's jump into it, guys.
It is race day in our nation's capital. President Trump will soon wave the green flag at the start of the Freedom 250 Grand Prix race. We will take you back there when the action gets going. We'll get to some other news for now. ICE agents carrying out multiple enforcement operations in Los Angeles this week. Fox cameras captured agents arresting 2 criminal targets whose detainers were not honored by Los Angeles police. 4 other illegals were at the scene and were arrested during the raid. Natalie Chuck is live in Los Angeles with more. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Mike. Yeah, we were granted exclusive access this week watching as federal agents targeted illegal immigrants all across Los Angeles County. And one man arrested actually spoke with us after, saying he knew it was just a matter of time.
Let's hear it.
I knew it was going to happen.
43-year-old Ernesto Perez-Garcia has been forcibly removed from the U.S. at least 4 times. He has a lengthy criminal history dating back to 2003, mostly for drug, alcohol, and driving offenses. He was just arrested again in May for disorderly conduct.
If you knew it was going to happen, did you ever think about just self-deporting, going back to Mexico?
No, because I don't got nothing over there. Even though my mom and pops are over there, I don't got nothing over there. I go over there, they think I'm from here. And I get treated differently. You know what I mean? So why go through it?
Yeah, I mean, bro, you could go anywhere else, because understand this here. If you broke an entire country 4 times, I mean, bro, yeah, you knew that this was coming here. He's also in one of those situations where most likely he was a god away, because if he would have came through the border, he would have been declined immediately for any type of amnesty by any means here, okay? So yeah, this is most likely the face of the 2 million gotaways, guys.
Yeah, you saw your pictures. Go ahead. Okay.
Fox joined ICE agents on the streets of LA this week as they tracked down Perez-Garcia and another illegal immigrant. These targeted operations are a marked contrast to last year's massive raids that sparked violent protests. LA's ICE field office director says while his team still encounters resistance on a daily basis, they've shifted tactics, making arrests more quickly and efficiently. Today, every ICE agent
sporadically,
is equipped
hopefully,
with body-worn cameras, something the director welcomes.
That's good for us because it's going to be transparent to the community and to other members of the public. That shows, hey, this is really what happened out on the thing, not what the alien said happened, or what these community members said what happened.
Thursday's operation also resulted in other arrests for men who did admit to being in the country illegally when they were picked up. Mike?
Fascinating report, Natalie Chuck. Thanks very much. For more on ICE agents carrying out operations, joining me now is Arizona Congressman and gubernatorial candidate Andy Biggs. Congressman, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
As a border state lawmaker, what is your reaction to seeing ICE's operations there in Los Angeles in the setup piece?
Well, what we're seeing in Arizona is similar to what you just saw. The ICE agents are going after known criminal illegal aliens, and they're some of the worst people that you can see. I mean, like the guy you just had something like 20 prior convictions or arrests, and we see a lot of that. So that's a great move. And the other thing is, if the municipalities and counties would actually transfer those people while they have them in custody, it saves that. The ICE makes it safer for them, makes it safer for the individual who's been arrested, and safer for the community.
Yeah, they don't want to do that, though, because if they do that, then they lose the literal optic that, again, the TikTok community specifically are basically looking for, right? They're looking for the optics of you taking someone who the left has deemed as some innocent soul who has broken into our country multiple times here, right? They want that so they can use that to spread to their base here. So if they give you them, right, via a detainer, they no longer get that, guys.
How is the border issue playing in the great state of Arizona after being on the front lines of this crisis during the Biden era?
Well, we still have a bit of a problem. This has been locked down more than any time in my lifetime, but there's still a couple of hot spots in Arizona where you see some human and drug trafficking coming up. Arizona is one of only 2 states with a fentanyl overdose death rate actually climbing up instead of going down.
Okay.
So we still have some problems that we're dealing with. But you're seeing ICE kind of handle it like you saw in Los Angeles there, and that's the appropriate way. And it's still a big issue in Arizona. I can tell you that. We still feel it. We still know it's present, and we still have to deal with it on a daily basis.
Super close to the border.
Katie Hobbs says she will not debate you, instead opting to tour the state of Arizona. She took the same approach against Kari Lake 4 years ago. What do you make of it?
Well, she knows that if people saw her and I on a debate stage debating the issues, her record versus my record, people would vote for me. She knows that. And what I think, is this is really intriguing to me, is that I've been in the last 3 weeks in virtually every county in Arizona except for a couple. And somehow I'm going to find time to debate. I think the people of the state want to see a debate. I think it's owed to them. And shame on Governor Hobbs.
Does the lack of a face-to-face debate hurt your chances?
It doesn't hurt my chances. What it
It would
does
hurt
though, is
hers.
I think it reveals to the state voters that she's just too afraid to actually try to defend her record. She's got a horrible record. We're now one of the least affordable states since she came into office. We talked about the fentanyl overdose. There's a lot of issues that we could cover there, and she just simply doesn't want to debate.
Let's dig into that. What are the top issues in this race, and how are you addressing them in terms of answering them for your constituents?
Number one, everywhere I go is affordability. Like I say, we've become one of the least affordable states. A lot of that's due to housing. This governor actually put 2 moratoriums for 3 years, so no houses could be built in the 2 fastest growing areas.
Wow.
And that has driven prices of homes up.
Completely, right.
And
Supply and
she doesn't
demand.
want to face that reality. And so we can take care of that through any number of permitting issues that we have going on in Arizona, but we can handle that. Other issues are public safety and the border still, and then public education and choice in education. She's attacked school choice.
Ooh. Did it just end like abruptly? Okay, hold on, guys. All right. All right, so let's understand this here for a second here, guys. The idea of like supply and demand, specifically when it's coming down to like real estate, is an interesting one because that definitely affects a gigantic amount of places here. Obviously, people just do not want like real estate investors coming into their area. So what they're doing is that they're setting up basically moratoriums to basically make it so no houses are going to be built here. But by doing this, you're driving up the cost of living because now that one property that was there is now having multiple bidders rather than a brand new build up the street here where someone could move in for slightly lesser cost because there's more supply, if that makes any sense, versus the demand of said supply, right? You definitely want to, in fact, make it to the point where people can afford things, at least, right? I mean, that's a smart thing here. And if you're pushing against every single thing that basically makes things affordable, then you should probably be the one that needs to leave here. And I do agree with the idea of kind of setting safeguards up for people, versus like gigantic like hedge funds who are running like REITs or real estate investments and things like this here, right? You set up safeguards, make it so there are no gigantic institutional buyers basically entering into locations that kind of have the ability to mess up, right, the real estate market. Make it so, hey, listen, if you want to buy a second house, if that's your goal, go buy a second house, but limit it, if that makes any sense here, right? You have to start adding limits so the regular average person can still come in and purchase a house because it's available, right? I understand there are many people who have gotten rich and super wealthy off of it, but that does not mean that the overall masses are going to go down that same exact path here, right? So fix that immediately. And I would say that needs to be worked on throughout the entirety of the United States of America, not just Arizona here. Now, also Arizona now experiencing any type of like overdose type of scenario, that's almost all border related. And Trump definitely has kind of lowered a good amount of what it would have been if the borders were still wide open like they were under Biden, bro. So we'll definitely follow the story if there's any more information that is basically coming out from it. But in the meantime, guys, listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.